dreams. We all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Ladies and gentlemen, sports enthusiasts and couch potatoes, thank you for joining us tonight. I've had quite the athletic journey in my career, working as an athlete. And trust me, it's been a marathon of blunders and missteps. In fact, my manager once told me, "Rusty, your idea of a home run is finding the remote control." While working as an athlete, this is what my manager said about my work. "Rusty, you run so slow that snails pass you on the track." It's like my superintendent woke up and decided to roast my work with this comment. "You make golf look like an action-packed sport." Let me share what my director said about my work on Tuesday. "Your idea of a touchdown is tripping over your own feet." Just this Wednesday, my colleagues said this about me. "Even the referees have trouble keeping a straight face when you play." You won't believe what my team said about my work recently. "Your baseball swing is so wild, it should come with a danger warning." I couldn't believe it when my executive remarked this. "You make synchronized swimming look like an extreme sport." So, on a Friday, my team came up with this gem about my work. "You once tried to dribble a basketball and ended up dribbling your own drool." Picture this. My team's comment on my work went something like this. "You make badminton seem like an Olympic event." I had to hold back laughter when my administrator commented like this. "Your attempts at hurdling are more like attempts at crawling." Another day I went to work and my manager said, "You're so uncoordinated that even chess is a contact sport when you play." I had to hold back laughter when my team commented on my work like this. "You once got a penalty for excessive celebration after tying your own shoelaces." Ever had your work summed up by your chief in a single sentence? Mine did, and it was, "Your golf swing is like watching a toddler play with a toy club." So, there I was on a coffee break when one of my colleagues said to me, "You make bowling look like a precision sport." Picture this. My executive's comment on my work went something like this. "Your attempts at soccer are more like interpretive dance on a field." One day, this is what my supervisor said about my work. "Your idea of a slam dunk is slamming your head into the rim." So, my manager dropped this gem about my work recently. "Even the water polo team thinks you swim like a drowning cat." Last week, my controller threw this curved ball. "You make shuffleboard look like an extreme sport." One day, this is what my supervisor said about my work. "Your idea of a hole-in-one is digging a hole on the golf course." You won't believe the hilarious thing my manager said. "You once threw a frisbee and it came back with a note saying, 'Try again.'" It's like my superintendent woke up and decided to roast my work with this comment. "Your diving technique is so unique that considering renaming it Falling with Style." I had to hold back laughter when my team commented on my work like this. "You make curling look like a high-speed sport." Guess what my manager said during our meeting? "Your idea of a race is more like a leisurely stroll in the park." So, my manager dropped this gem about my work recently. "Even the turtles challenge you to a slow and steady competition." Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my manager said this about my work. "You once tried to play ping pong and ended up playing ping ping pong pong." Another day, I went to work and my manager said, "You make bocce ball look like an extreme sport." Here's a good one. My head of department's take on my work was, "Your attempts at pole vaulting turn into pole falling." In the realm of unbelievable feedback, my administrator said this about my work. "You're so bad at dodgeable that the balls dodge you." Just this Wednesday, my colleagues said this about me. "Your idea of a slam dunk is slamming the basketball into your own face." My team's feedback on my work was quite a surprise. "You make croquet seem like a high-intensity contact sport." You won't believe what my team said about my work recently. "Even the chess club considers you a pawn." Guess what my team said about my work during one of our meetings? "Your basketball skills are like a comedy of errors." I've heard some things in my time, but what my superior said about my work was truly memorable. "You once got a penalty in chess for excessive pawn pushing." The other day, my boss had this to say about my work. You make synchronized swimming look like synchronized drowning. So, on a Friday, my team came up with this gem about my work. Your golf game is more like a scavenger hunt for lost balls. Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my team said this about my work. Even the referees need a rulebook just to understand your game. Ever had your work summed up by your chief in a single sentence? Mine did. And it was, your idea of a home run is hitting the ball into the dugout. So, there I was on a coffee break when one of my colleagues said to me, "You make playing cards look like a full contact sport." I couldn't believe it when my executive remarked this. Your attempts at gymnastics are more like attempts at a cartwheel gone wrong. Last week, my controller threw this curved ball. You once tried to play darts and ended up playing pin the tail on the wall. One of my colleagues dropped this gem on Monday. Your idea of a victory lap is tripping on your own shoelaces. My boss's perspective on my work took an unexpected turn when he said, "You make chess look like a contact sport, and your king is always in danger." Picture this. My executive's comment on my work went something like this. Even the cheerleaders couldn't cheer loud enough to motivate you. Let me share what my team had to say about my work just yesterday. Your idea of a touchdown dance is more like a touchdown stumble. Let me share what my director said about my work on Tuesday. You once tried to participate in a sack race and got stuck in the sack. My employer's feedback was quite the surprise when he said, "You make ping pong seem like an extreme sport, with balls flying in all directions." So, my team leader came up with this singer about my work. Your basketball skills are so bad, they're a slam dunk. For the other team, picture this. My team's comment on my work went something like this. You're so slow that even a sloth could beat you in a foot race. You'll get a kick out of what my manager said. Your attempts at pole vaulting turn into pole vaulting over nothing. I had to hold back laughter when my administrator commented like this. You make shuffleboard look like a high-stakes competition. We went for a team building and my team leader dropped this gem. Your golf swing is like trying to hit a moving target. Here's a good one. My team's take on my work was, you once played badminton and got hit by the shuttlecock on every serve. While working some extra hours, my team said this. You make synchronized swimming look like synchronized drowning. One of my colleagues dropped this gem on Monday. Your attempts at fencing are more like a game of don't touch the pointy end. You'll get a kick out of what my manager said. You're so bad at archery that even the arrows dodge you. I couldn't believe it when my executive remarked this. Your idea of a perfect pitch is throwing the baseball into the stands. It's like my superintendent woke up and decided to roast my work with this comment. You make playing cards look like a full contact sport, with cards flying everywhere. Guess what my team said about my work during one of our meetings? Your attempts at figure skating turn into figure stumbling. You won't believe what my team said about my work recently. You once tried to play darts and ended up playing pin the tail on the wall. My employer's feedback was quite the surprise when he said, your idea of a victory lap is tripping over your own shoelaces. You won't believe the hilarious thing my manager said. Even the referees have trouble keeping track of your fouls. Thank you all for being an incredible audience tonight. I hope you enjoyed the sporty, or should I say, not so sporty ride we've been on together. Remember, laughter and sportsmanship go hand in hand, even if my athletic abilities don't. Before we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with one last punchline. My manager once told me, Rusty, your idea of a slam dunk is slamming your own head into the rim. Thank you, and good night, everyone. Thank you for being here and have a good day. See you on the next one.
And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything?
Hey, I may be the worst at my job, but at least I'm entertaining. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your manager is saying about your work. And if you didn't enjoy this show, well, I promise I'll try even harder to disappoint you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, stay employed and keep smiling.